I'm Gui. I'm co-founder and CEO of Trella. I'm here to talk about why e-commerce for groceries has failed in Brazil so far and what we're doing at Trella to rewrite that story. Before that, let me ask you guys a question. Who here has still shops for groceries in person? Turns out you guys are not alone. Technology has changed every aspect of our lives, from how we manage money to how we get around in our cities. But the way we shop for groceries is still stuck in the same way as it was 30 years ago. And the penetration for e-groceries is still under 3% of the total grocery market size. To me, this says something is off, but at the same time, groceries remain the largest open opportunity in e-commerce. And many companies have come to Brazil or got started in Brazil trying to reinvent how people bought food and bringing groceries online. But most of them had failed. And these very companies are now downsizing their operations, leaving the countries, or ending altogether. So this is not a story of lack of attempts. It's a story about wrong assumptions. And before we go into these assumptions, let's think about who got e-commerce extremely right. Amazon. Amazon dominated book sales not by replicating what Barnes & Noble did and putting it on a website, but actually by creating a value proposition that no brick-and-mortar store could ever compete against. They didn't deliver same day a small assortment of books. They gave people the access to all of the hard-to-find books in one place and at the lowest prices. Now let's go into the wrong assumptions. The first assumption is that if you just put a supermarket in an app, demand will come. Every online grocer in Brazil so far has been a supermarket with an app. But why would people want that if they already have a supermarket that's close to their home? It turns out that just delivering to your home is not enough of a value proposition to reach scale and retain customers. And I'll go beyond that, because these companies have the same business model as traditional supermarkets. And they have the extra cost of developing an app and a website. At Trella, we think technology should create a novel value proposition and with that, drive margins and retention. The second assumption is that you need to go mass market from day one, because retail only works at significant scale. And to reach that scale, you need to be good enough for a lot of people. But when you try to start like that, you're forgetting the #1 rule of startups. You're too small to compete against the big guys on their own game from the beginning. And let's take Nubank for an example. Today, they're the largest bank in Brazil. They serve 100 million customers and primarily middle and lower middle class. But they didn't start like that. Nubank started with credit-worthy urban professionals in São Paulo who lacked access to credit. And at Trella, we also have mass market ambitions, but we start with an edge. And the third assumption is that same-day deliveries are non-negotiable, because supermarkets give people the instant availability of products. So if you're an online supermarket, it's only natural that you want to deliver to people same day. But the problem with same-day deliveries is that they require holding a lot of inventory. And in the case of your fresh, frozen, and perishable foods, a lot of them go to waste, and you end up having to limit your assortment of these items and primarily sell processed foods. So at the end of the day, the online grocers from the 2010s are exactly like the supermarkets from the 1940s. They waste a lot of fresh foods, limit their assortment of healthy options, and end up selling just a bunch of processed foods. And I don't know about you guys, but I think that's all pretty lame, and we can do a lot better. So at Trella, we start with the fastest growing and most underserved market segment in Brazil, upper middle class customers who eat healthy. And these are people who want fresh, frozen, minimally processed foods without preservatives. The market size for healthy groceries in Brazil has doubled in the past 5 years to $35 billion. And despite this market size, our customers had to shop for food at 7 different places before Trella because Brazil lacked a one-stop shop for healthy food. The second thing we do differently is that we're not the fastest deliveries, but we give people access to more high-quality options at better prices. Because delivering next day allows us to not hold inventory in our freshest foods and build a just-in-time supply chain that allows for products to come into our warehouses only after they have been sold. With that, we are the only grocery business in the world to have zero waste in our freshest products. And third, We're not a retailer. We're building an end-to-end marketplace that's able to sell third-party inventory. And with that, we lower our cost to scale, and we let customers find on Trella products that they don't find anywhere else. So in essence, we focus on the right set of customers, we understand what they actually want, and we deliver this uniquely in a way that our offline or online competitors cannot replicate. And the focus on healthy customers, the zero waste from the just-in-time supply chain, and the ability to sell third-party inventory means that Trella can offer the most comprehensive selection of healthy foods delivered next day at the lowest prices, and with that, we become the one-stop shop for healthy groceries that our customers wanted so badly. And we know it's working because customers fucking love us. We have the highest NPS in the world in our industry. People say that Trella has given them their time back. And because of this, 40% of our customer acquisition is now organic. Our GMV has grown 6 times over the past year, and we have done so while our CAC fell 70%. So we know we're scalable, and we can continue to scale at even lower costs. The main thing that our customers are asking us is so that they can fully stop going to supermarkets and buy only on Trella. So we just launched our cleaning, beauty, and hygiene categories that's going for the first time to allow our customers to stop going to supermarkets altogether and only buy on Trella. And we have a special announcement, which yesterday we launched our new warehouse that's going to enable us to grow another 5 times until the end of this year. So if you live in São Paulo, make sure to download Trella. We have a special first order discount just for you guys at Web Summit. Thank you so much.